What's everybody bitching about in here today? What's on everybody's mind? What's shaking? I'll answer first. All of me walking up a flight of stairs. Hello, hello, hello. All right. What do I have an image on this? What I'm talking about. Okay. Your second favorite toker. I'm just messing with you. Altoona, Pennsylvania. Hello. Um, your husband's first. Totally understand that. Have you ever been to a Taco Bell cantina? No, I haven't. How's Renee and the family? Fine. Have hear me out on this on the buzz. I don't know who hear me out on this is. Conley, good evening. No, I don't. I have the door shut. None of the animals are in here with me. How long can he go? I don't know what that means. How long can who go where? No chickens here. No, I have solved the chicken problem. Um, Anyway, we're gonna let some more people get in here. We're at 45 people. If you guys who are already here could just tap the fuck out of the screen, it'll help push the live into the For You page, and help blow this audience up for me. That would be greatly appreciated. Tap the heart, tap the arrow on your screen, and share a link to this live to your Facebook page, your Threads, your Blue Sky, your whatever. Matt's live. Who was live? Which Matt are we talking about? I know a few. Has the black cat been back to your house? I haven't seen the outside black cat in weeks. I can't imagine being a moderate in 2026. The pendulum never stops in the middle. Actually, over the course of the history of this country, the pendulum has lived more in the middle than it has on the fringe. Every time the pendulum swings wide left or wide right, it always comes back to that center right, center left, middle, because the majority of people in this country are center right, and center left. They are not part of the extreme fringes, and all they want is to just be left alone, be able to earn a decent wage, be able to grow up, raise their kids in see their kids grow up in a safe community, and know that they're not going to get fucking bopped. I mean, that's just basically what most Americans want. Oh, MT80, gotcha. My apologies. I did not know his name was Matt. Another Matt that I know because Mr. Global is Matt. U.S. McAngry veteran is Matt. There are a lot of Matts. You regularly eat peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. That's a you problem. What was for dinner? I had what did I have? I had a bowl of cereal earlier. My wife is out of town with her mom, and I had to do some running around picking the boy up from scholastic bowl practice to run him to weight training and then picking him up from weight training to bring him back. I was in the house for 7 minutes before I had to go live. Got to tend to the fur child. Okay. Well, thank you very much for buying the book, or for reading the book, I should say. I appreciate it. I sent your live stream to one of my friends. Thank you very much. You love peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. Once again, that's a you thing. You guys can love the fuck out of that. Sounds nasty as a motherfucker to me. Um, What the fuck is that? 15 inches, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, DJT. I don't know what the 15 inches means. Did you get my email? It depends. I get a shit ton of emails. You're gonna have to be a little bit more elaborate as to what your email pertained, if you don't mind. I don't believe in the Christ or the Antichrist, so ropeless photo? Ropless photo? What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, I did get that email. Yes. Thank you very much, Adelante. Who's got the topless photo running around out there? I don't even know what I got for dessert in there. Maybe a little bit of ice cream, some snack cakes. Religion is overrated, this person said. You must get a lot of them. Oh, I get constantly. And no offense towards the person that's asking. That's what I get the most of is people going, you need to do a story on this, you need to do a video on this. And if I spent my time doing all of the videos that everybody requested I do rather than the ones that I'm focused on doing it, I would do nothing but videos for other people all day long. I get 30 requests a day. You should do a video for about this. You should do a video about that. And it's just a practice that I have chosen over the last 6 years of doing this to just not really participate in. If I see a story that comes through that is something that I was already going to talk about, then obviously I'm going to do that story. But I get inundated. I get fucking inundated with requests to do story videos on different topics. So I let it sit there, and if one of those stories happens to come up in the natural course of what I'm studying to do videos on, then so be it. How are you, Unc? I love your videos from Saudi Arabia. That's a new one. Where do you get the stuff to do videos on? I read news, I watch content, I you know, a news story will break. I'll go read about that news story. Go, that doesn't make sense, or people need to know about this. Or I'll see somebody a piece of content from another creator that I'm like, that's incorrect. They're pushing incorrect information, or holy shit, this dude was really fucking racist. Or like one of the ones I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning. Hey, this is a friend of mine, and look at how cool her yard is right now with everything in bloom in springtime. Let's take a break from the bullshit and take a look at her flowers. It's all kinds of shit. I consume news all the time. Well, thank you, Roy Cohn. Would I have Mr. Global? I've been trying to get Mr. Global on my channel. We've been mutuals for a long time. I don't think he checks his messages very often. I've sent him like 3 or 4 messages. I would love to have him on, especially given the oil crisis situation that we've got going on. And anybody want to reach out to him? I'd fucking have him on the buzz next Monday night. Do you think Iran would take the old nuclear deal if the Democratic president offered it again? I don't know. I mean, we have proven that we are untrustworthy at this point in time. So I don't know. I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, would you trust us? Try adding peanut butter to mac and cheese. No, fuck no. No, 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 no. Come on, man. No. Now you're just being ridiculous. That's not even a thing. Come on, man. Good God. Are you trying to you're trying to kill me, aren't you? Uncrustables, not my jam. Dan Regan makes you feel old. Toxic Tom. I'm assuming that that's your answer to the question that I posed in the title of this video of this live, right? What are you prepared to do to revolt? It's a good question. You notice that you're the only one that's answered it so far. Thoughts on Olive Garden? Holy shit! I haven't eaten at an Olive Garden in 30 years, 28 years. I don't know. Do you think that Trump portraying himself as Jesus will have a real impact on his base? Will this make people leave his cult? It doesn't matter if they leave his cult. Maybe some. Maybe this is something that somebody can use as an excuse to get out. As more and more people are trying to cover their ass to get themselves ready for a post-Trump world, but it doesn't matter. He can't run for office again. The damage is done. I don't give a fuck who's leaving the cult with 2 years to go. It doesn't matter. How do you feel about Long John Silver's? I actually miss our Long John Silver's. Listen, I understand why our Long John Silver's went under. I only got the Long John Silver's craving about twice a year, maybe 3 times a year at best. But when it hit, it fucking hit, man. Chicken planks and more with some hush puppies and them little crunchy bastards in the bottom of the box. I'm trying to tell you. Last time, Tom, at the Olive Garden, you were it was only a meadow, exactly. I couldn't tell you what the Olive Garden menu even looks like. Cows like peanut butter. Well, that is really fucking random. That's a good way to revolt by shopping small businesses. Absolutely. Those chicken planks were fucking phenomenal with the batter coating. I'm trying to tell you, there was a reason why you wanted to ring that goddamn bell when you left the fucking joint because it was good. It was good. I miss our Long John Silver's. You and Peas are the only people I know who like Long John Silver's because it's fucking good. No, I'm sure we're not the only people. Obviously, there are millions of people that like Long John Silver's. Who eats Arby's? Hey now, don't be shitting on Arby's. Like I don't. It's not like I'm like, oh my fucking god, I got to have Arby's once a week by any stretch of the imagination. But don't be shitting on Arby's. Sizzler, is that still in business? I love Hardee's. Who'd have? Okay, I'm just fucking confused. Who the hell goes to Arby's for a? I'll tell you what I'm having a harder time with. Burger King. Like I can barely do it anymore. No, I don't do beef jerky. I'm not a fan. Like the extent of my beef jerkiness would be a Slim Jim, and it's probably been 2 or 3 years since I've had a Slim Jim. Of course, they're the Walmart of seafood restaurants. We're not expecting a 5-star experience with those. You know what I mean? For a small town, Arby's is as close to a Udo as you're going to get. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sizzler still exists with a few locations in Western states. No shit. Interesting. Does Long John still sell cups of batter crunchies? I don't know. Ours pulled up stakes and left town like 3 years ago. Fucking bastards. And our fucking Baker Square sons of fucking bitches. Now I got to drive way out of my way to get pies. Love my Arby's super roast beef and Jamocha shake. If Trump blames the Democrats for Iran, would that be pointing at Arby's stained fingers? Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. Here's a shocker. I've never been to Long John's. That's not necessarily a shocker. I can understand that. You're missing out, I think. And listen, once again, it's not something that you eat on the regular. Otherwise, you're gonna probably die. But a few times a year, and you go and get yourself a fucking a Long John Silver's order, you're gonna be like, damn, it's fucking good. Pizza Hut is closing a lot. Have you ever been to a Waffle House and had a waitress with a full set of teeth? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. You got a spot near your house called The Catch. If Trump were truly a king, he'd eat at Burger King. His love of McDonald's proves he is truly a clown. Um, Jesus Christ. Sup, Tom. I love that your wife is a quilter. Yes, she is. Was I ever a fan of Golden Corral? Yeah, but the last two times that we went to it, it was just absolutely fucking nasty as shit. And we just won't go back. I actually liked Old Country Buffet better back when that was a thing. OCB was a go-to for us for a minute. Does a full set of dentures count as a full set of teeth? Yep. Do I like Cracker Barrel? It's been probably 3, 4 years since I've been in a Cracker Barrel, but I wouldn't mind going to a Cracker Barrel. Renee doesn't particularly care for it, so it's not important enough to me to go, "Well, we gotta go to Cracker Barrel," you know what I mean? Wagga Wagga, Australia has still got a Pizza Hut. Oh, the Pizza Huts are still open up here. They're just closing a lot of stores here. I have never had a Whataburger. Red Robin, it's okay. Um, to me, Red Robin is just like a Chili's or anything, any another one of those chains. They're okay. They're not horrible. You're going to get a decent meal. Mater D's at fucking Golden Corral. Can't remember the last time I was at a goddamn Sizzler. If I ever come to Houston, well, I was just in Houston and I'd love to go back. I got friends and Renee has family there. Shoney's. You see, look at this. We've been live for 18 minutes and 40 seconds, and it has devolved into nothing more than a stoner conversation about food. I even put a topic up and everything. Beck's best Mexican chain. I've ever been to a Bonanza? Probably in my youth. Ponderosa, yes. Sizzler, yes. Probably a Bonanza. Is Cookie still around in Manuka? Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, Chris, for bringing up Fuddruckers. How about that? Fuck you. You know goddamn good and well that I fucking love Fuddruckers and that they moved out of my area a couple of years ago, and the closest one to me is in Ohio, which makes it even more fucking embarrassing that I would have to drive to that fucking state to get a goddamn burger. But yeah, how about we not bring it up? Yeah, the number of accusations against Eric Swalwell has now grown to over 30 women. Chi Chi's was an awesome restaurant, somebody said. I can't see Chi Chi's without hearing that scene from WKRP in Cincinnati. I'm head chef at Wendy's making 18.35 an hour. Ask me anything. Do people really order that fucking T Rex thing? Do you still have Fuddruckers in Puerto Rico? Am I jealous? Yeah, I am. I haven't had checkers in a fucking dog's age. Discussion is triggering the munchies. Yeah, let's help that along. We ready? Yeah, no, way more came out overnight. He's got over 30 accusations against him now. What is Fuddruckers? Probably the greatest burger chain. Phenomenal beef burgers. You could get buffalo and ostrich there, and then you build your own burger. God damn, do I fucking miss that place. They're still around. They're just not in Illinois. Who exactly is Eric Swalwell? He's a prominent Democratic congressman from the state of California who he was in the race to be the Democratic nominee for or to be governor of California. You would know him if you saw him. Greetings, fellow humans and Tom. I guess I'm not a fucking human tonight. Oh, I fucking love burritos. Burritos are the shit, man. Buffalo Wild Wings is a pretty decent chain. I like Buffalo Wild Wings. What am I smoking? Ganj, herb, 420, Mary Jane, pot, reefer, grass, the sticky icky, the illy, the chronic, the jazz cabbage, the broccoli wand, the Lort's lettuce, marijuana, the electric lettuce. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. I said, now pass the dutchie on the left hand side. I dig Texas Roadhouse. We love Texas Roadhouse. I just learned yesterday that Texas Roadhouse's butter for their rolls, that cinnamon butter, is not real butter because of the way menu listings are legislated. They can call it butter on the menu, but if you buy a tub of it, they have to call it a whipped buttery spread because it's not butter. It's not butter. And I don't need to know these things. People need to stop giving me this information. Stoner Gump is phenomenal. Could you imagine getting elevated in space on the way to the moon? Yeah. Yeah, I could. I just can't imagine doing it in the quarters that they do it in, the cramped quarters. Oh, I don't know what strain this is. Whenever I go to get a new sack, I have my guy fill up a baggie. So last time he filled up this baggie all the way, and he put in, I think 5 or 6 different strains. And so what I do is I have them just put them all in one bag, and then I just kind of shake it up, and then it's dealer's choice. I reach in there, and it's a surprise every time. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, it's like an all-star sack. So every time you reach in there to grind up a few buds, you're grabbing something different or a combination of something different. It's nice. Is weed legal and sold in Illinois? Yes. Weed's been legal for medicinal purposes for quite some time, and became legal for recreational purposes. Was I think the bill was passed in 2019 and it went into effect uh, Jan 1, 2020. So yeah, it's been legal here for a minute. Not that that matters. Love you, man, in a manly way, but you gotta cut back on smoking, do gummies occasionally. Gummies don't touch me, unfortunately. I've tried edibles in all sorts of fashions and gummies and chocolates and whatnot and what have you, and they don't touch me. They have 0 effect on me. Hubby has a medical card, and I need to get one so I can travel without him. I'm packing up bowls with assorted roaches. There you go. I got bags of fucking roaches. Your opinion on cone rolling? It runs. I love it. That's what I have. That's what I do. Cones. I don't know what the best high I've ever had. I mean, I couldn't remember which one was the best. My God, the money I've wasted making my brownies just to stay low. Edibles are useless on me. Somebody said my dog is looking at me and I'm stoned. What an asshole. Give him some. Not like not some edibles. Just give him a little hit. How much for an OZ is between myself and my guy. Edibles do nothing for me. Exactly. Will I do a collaboration with Daniel Gossard? First, you need to tell me who Daniel Gossard is. Is this somebody that I know and I'm just not recognizing the name? Smoking is, yeah. See, when you're doing edibles, they're pulling this type of cannabinoid, they're pulling this kind of thing, they're pulling this kind of thing out of the flower. When you're smoking, you're just smoking the flower. Any hope the White House gets put back the way it was by the next administration? Highly unlikely. Best high was when I was stationed in Fairbanks, Alaska. Got high at a national hot springs with the aurora lights. Nice, nice. It wasn't a stoner high, but I did trip for about 8 hours on some really good Sid in a spring in Ocala National Forest in Ocala, Florida. And looking back on it, it was quite possibly one of the dumbest things I've ever did because we were tripping balls and we were like, "Hey, we're gonna go, me and my friend, we're gonna go chill out in this body of water in a national park in Florida." Yeah, we just rolled into a body of water. Dumb as shit. What do you think about the warehouse fires? Do you think it will become more common? I think it's dumb as shit. It's not gonna lead to anything. It's not. It's not. He's not a fucking hero. It's not gonna lead to anything. It is not how you enact change. It's just not. It's why I have the title to this live out there is I've been hearing since this started about how no, this is what we need to do. It's extreme times. Okay. But yet not one single person that tells me that this is what we need to do is willing to go do it themselves. This guy is facing 10 years to life in California alone, and then he's got federal charges. So he's never getting out of prison. His life is over. He put dozens of coworkers, or at least 20 coworkers, that to the best of my knowledge, put their life in danger, along with the lives of first responders that responded to that fire. I could give a fuck about the company that lost shit. Fuck that company. But he put his coworkers' lives in danger. Now there are over 200 employees that don't have a job. They're going to need to go on government assistance. And they're probably not going to be able to find a job in this economy. And if NFI actually rebuilds that warehouse, they're probably going to lean heavily on automation, which means if they rebuild it at all, they're probably going to hire less people to work it. And nobody is going to get a higher wage as a result of this. Nobody's going to get better benefits. Nobody's going to get a higher wage. No change is going to happen. I'm sorry, the price of toilet paper and paper towels is gonna go up a little bit in the short term so that Kimberly Clark can make up the loss because the insurance company is gonna fight them for years. So, that's how I feel about these warehouse fires, the same way I felt about Luigi Mangione shooting a I listen, I get it. I understand the anger and the frustration, I do. But shooting a healthcare CEO on the sidewalk changed what? Did anybody get cheaper healthcare? Did they stop denying people their services? No, they literally stepped over the fucking bloodstains on the sidewalk to go up and still hold the board meeting to talk about their profits. It changed nothing except it ruined Luigi Mangione's life forever, and it made this dude's kids lose their father while they were still young. It changed nothing. Was he an evil piece of shit? Yes. Did I like what he did? Of course not. I have United Healthcare. Fucking horrendous. But that's not how you enact change. Lighting warehouses on fire is not how you enact change. It's not. So I'm not on board with this. Hiya, everyone. Hope you're doing okay. We are. Did you hear Diet Coke beats cancer? What? Vigilantism only makes it worse. Exactly. I'm on about a 3-day yacht rock bender right now. You know how you go from different genre of music to different genre of music because your tastes are constantly moving, and for about a week you listen to nothing but AC/DC, and then like for 3-4 days straight you listen to all like 80s hair metal, and then for about a week it's nothing but blues, and now I'm into just nothing but yacht rock. You know what I mean? Nothing but yacht rock. What's yacht rock? Um, and the sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you could be. No, it's a collection of songs. I make my own albums on the phone. You know what I mean? Yacht rock. Um, she took me by the hand. She took me by the hand. She's gonna love me in my Chevy van, and that's all right with me. Yacht rock. Ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So I ride like the wind, ba-da, na-na, ma-da, na-na. Right, that shit. And I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. Yacht rock. Oh, I've been on a yacht rock kick for like 3 days. Some Jimmy Buffett, all of that shit. What do you do you call 1,000 pounds of pure nickel? What? Christopher Cross? Yeah. Sailing, take me away to where I'm going to the heavy metal. But don't forget to tip your waitresses, boys and girls. She's here all week. When you listen to the blues, who do you listen to? So when I get into a blues kick, I typically will listen to a lot of the bluesier versions of Jimi Hendrix's music. Obviously, Stevie Ray Vaughan's all up in there. Um, BB King is another one I like. Um, Freddie King. I don't know if you guys go back to Freddie King. It's more 70s stuff back then. But that's typically what I'm gonna be leaning into if I'm listening to the blues. Buddy Guy, BB King, these are the blues artists that I was first turned on to. Would Drift Away by Doobie Brothers count as yacht rock? Yeah, probably. You said the Doobie Brothers. That's just probably a general understanding that it's going to be yacht rock. Mark Broussard. God, does that name sound familiar? Albert Collins. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett sang a song about my hometown, Livingston, Saturday night. Aldo Nova is not exactly yacht rock, but I know the music you're talking about. Do you listen to Celtic music? No, I do not. Not because I dislike it, I just never really got into it, I guess. A Doors kick is not bad. Have I ever ridden on a freight train? Like, hopped, on an empty freight train car? Yeah. Talk about, like, old school hobo in it? Oh, yeah. The key is being ready to jump off the train before it pulls into a yard, because getting out of a train yard's a bitch. What concert costs 45 cents? Nickelback? I don't know. Hi, back at you, Maria. McGinnis, which is Irish folk music. No shit. All right, I nailed it. See? If you could see one band or singer live in their prime, still alive, you're talking about? Or fuck, I don't, could I alter the question? Instead of asking me what band I would see, could I answer the question what concert I would see? How's it hanging? It doesn't really hang, Andrew. It just kind of sits there. Woodstock is the concert I would attend. Debbie, thank you for sending somebody a 1 month gift membership. I appreciate that. Truly kind of you. Yeah, I would go to Woodstock. And if I wasn't allowed to go to Woodstock, the other concert that I would attend would either be um perhaps the show in Wembley where Queen went off, or the Beatles rooftop concert, the last time they ever played together. If you told me I could have the prime seat for any concert in history other than Woodstock, it'd probably be on that goddamn rooftop. What is the most musical part of a snake? It's Rattletail. No guard. Thank you very much for the first donation of the night, the $5 tip. Good evening, Tom. Hope all is well. Looking forward to anything this summer. But am I looking forward to anything this summer? I'm already looking forward to the fall. Are you shitting me? Are you kidding me? My summer is fucking gone. All right. Here's the deal. Dial in here. Okay. We're in the middle of April. In 2 weeks' time, we roll into May. Here's what happens when that happens. May 1st, my wife and I see a comedy show. May 7th is our 27th wedding anniversary. May 10th is Mother's Day. May 13th is my birthday. May 16th is our daughter Magnolia's birthday. May 17th is Magnolia's boyfriend's graduation from college and the anniversary of my sister in law's unexpected death. Somewhere in there, Magnolia's given birth to her first child. My son does his eighth grade trip to Six Flags Great America. My son graduates eighth grade, and we travel to Orlando for my son to compete in the nationals. That's all May. That's just May. We haven't left May yet. That's May. June, I get a little bit of reprieve. Got Father's Day. Got a couple of birthdays. My in laws' birthdays, but it's generally speaking, June's okay. It's quiet. July, you got the 4th of July, 4 days into the month of July. 2 days after that, I fly to New York City as a tour guide for my wife, my daughter, and my nephew, who are going to go see Bon Jovi play his first concert since 2022 at Madison Square Garden. We're going to go see the Statue of Liberty. We're going to fly in one day, the concert's the next day. We fly out the day after. We're home for a week and a half, and then we fly to Miami to get on a cruise ship to go to Mexico, Honduras, and Belize, where we have excursions booked to dig up and help sea turtle eggs. We're going to Mayan ruins. We're going to a beach, all of that shit. We come back from that vacation, from the cruise, and we, within a matter of 2 weeks, we move Lily back into college for her senior year, and then my son starts his freshman year of high school right after that, and then it's my wife's birthday at the end of August. We, at this point in time, we're taking slots in September. The summer's gone. Gone. I get to rest a little bit in June, and then I get to rest in September. So yeah, what am I, if I'm looking forward to this summer, we're going to Orlando. Oh. And then in the early part of September, the first week of September, I'm taking my 14-year-old son to his first concert ever, on the field at Notre Dame Stadium for AC/DC, with opening act The Pretty Reckless. If you don't know who that is, that's a goth band with a female lead singer who was Cindy Lou Who in the real life Shrek movie with Jim Carrey. So that's going to be his first concert ever. Notre Dame Stadium on the field. I've never heard of the band Ghost. Did I say Shrek? I meant to say Grinch. Shit, if I said Shrek, I apologize. Thank you for the $5 donation. Bud got smokes 420. Can someone explain to me why the fuck Trump is blocking a straight that's already blocked? Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's quite possibly one of the dumbest human beings to ever occupy that particular office. He has no idea what he's doing. He has no idea how to shut it off. And so he is throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. And he's fucking up fast and picking up steam. Oh yes, I do hate Notre Dame, but they're only doing a college stadium tour this year. Last summer, ACDC came to the United States and they did like the United Center and big like pro stadiums and shit. This year, it's all college stadiums, and the two closest to me was Notre Dame or the University of Wisconsin, where the Badgers play football, and that's a farther drive. What about the Grinch? The girl who played Cindy Lou Who in the Jim Carrey Grinch movie, she grew up to be the lead singer of a goth band called The Pretty Reckless. The Pretty Reckless is opening for AC/DC the night my son and I are going to be there to see them in early September at Notre Dame Stadium. Yes, there are a lot of college stadiums that are bigger than NFL stadiums. It's not about the size; it's just about what they're the vicinity, the closeness to me of the stadium. So yeah, my wife looked at me like 3 years ago and said, if Bon Jovi ever does a tour again, you got to get me tickets to take our nephew, because Renee's a huge Bon Jovi freak. Her sister that passed away was a huge Bon Jovi freak, and the two of them, along with our daughter Lily, would always get our nephew going, and he became a huge Bon Jovi freak, and they all love him. And then Aunt Shelley passed away, and Renee said, if he tours again, you got to get tickets. And he announced that he's going to do these shows for the first time since 22. He's doing a small string of shows at Madison Square Garden, couple shows in the UK, couple shows in Ireland, and that's all going to be a test run to see if he's going to do a full tour. And so I said, well, the full tour is not guaranteed. So I bought tickets to the first show in Madison Square Garden in early July. I got my wife, my daughter, and our nephew center stage on the floor, 22 rows out. So hopefully it's a damn good show. Hopefully they enjoy the hell out of it. Um, and like I said, we're gonna go the morning of. We're gonna go see the Statue of Liberty. We're gonna take the ferry out, see the Statue of Liberty. We're gonna see. It takes us over to Ellis Island. We're gonna find some joints in New York to grab a little bit of grub, and uh, and then we're gonna come back. The scales. What about the scales? Oh, the scales. My bad. Sorry, I forgot the joke. I remember you now that you were asking that joke. My apologies. I'm not going to the Bon Jovi concert now. No, I'm literally going to New York to just kind of be there to help guide my wife, daughter, and nephew around New York. Like they're gonna go to the show, and then I'm probably gonna do a live in New York or do some content. I was like, we're staying in Manhattan. I can go over to the Empire State Building. I can go to we're staying right off of Times Square. I can go to the Empire State Building. I can go to Times Square. I'm only a couple of blocks away from Trump Tower if I wanted to do some content in front of that. Um, which is only a couple more blocks away from Central Park. So when they're in the concert, I'm going to be looking for shit to do in New York City. New York City is a hard place to be. Yeah, I'm sure that I'm not going to be. You know what I mean? We'll fly in. I think it's Tuesday. We fly in, then we'll get up to the hotel. We'll find somewhere to eat. We'll kind of chill that night. The next morning, we get up. We go see the Statue of Liberty. We do all that. We're going to grab a late lunch slash early dinner, and then they're going to get ready to go to the concert. And then we're going to get them down to the concert. They're going to go in. I'm going to fuck off and do something in New York City by myself. And then, what did the chorus? Why did the chorus hire the baseball player? No clue. Because he had perfect pitch, but bumped. Well, look at the Stones. I'm in New Jersey at the Hudson River. I think I'm just going to stay in the Times Square, Manhattan area, and hang out and do some content or go live, one of the two. Am I going to get some Giggle Bush in New York City? Probably not. I'm there for a day. You know what I mean? It's not worth trying to find a connection and buying a sack that you can't even bring back. I'll take a vape pen or something with me. I don't remember the name of the hotel. It's through the I use a couple of different apps. So there are a couple of different hotel chains, and I built points. So I think these are the Hyatt brands of hotels. It's either the Hyatt brand or no, it's Wyndham. I don't fucking know. We like the hotels. That's what I know. We stay in them in different places around the country. By content at Trump property, do you mean dropping a deuce? Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna shit on the sidewalk in front of Trump Tower. You know what I mean? Can you bring a vape on the airplane? Yeah, I take one whenever I fly. There is a Marriott in Times Square. Yeah, there are actually a couple of hotels around Times Square that are part of the chains that I book through. Are you gonna be able to share pictures of your family's journey? I always do. Does anyone know how to put a flash dance mob together? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. New York Pizza Suprema, right near MSG. Awesome pizza place. Thank you for the heads up. You may see Eric and Don Jr., aka Beavis and Butthead, at Trump Tower. I thought they spent more time in Florida these days, or is New York City the still the home base for Uday and Kuse? That is one thing you can do. There you go. Baron Trump has a new energy drink. Anyone in Illinois seeing the lightning? I heard it, but no, I've been in here live with y'all. And like a picture, she was laying there, moonlight dancing through her hair. She woke up and took me by the hand. She's gonna love me in my Chevy van, and that's all right with me. Do I like cereal? Is a frog's ass watertight? I think the Republicans are going to lose the House. I don't know about the Senate. You guys enjoying these quizzes and polls I'm putting out here? Today was an interesting one. You're glad you subbed to this channel? So am I. Which country has the most coastline? Was this afternoon's quiz. Would that be Australia, Russia, the United States, or Canada, boys and girls? Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 boom, boom. And the answer is Canada. Canada has the most coastline of any country on the planet. Canada has the longest coastline in the world, measuring approximately 125,567 miles. Its vast coastline borders the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic oceans, featuring a complex network of bays, fjords, and over 36,000 islands. Canada has the longest coastline. What was my previous? Hang on. Which country has the most established languages? Would that be India, China, Papua New Guinea, or Nigeria? Boom, boom. And the answer is Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea has the most established living languages in the world, with over 840 distinct languages spoken, representing roughly 12% of the world's total. Despite its small population, extreme geographical isolation has, sorry, I got to hit read more, allowed for the highest level of linguistic diversity. Did I throw another one out there? I just started doing these quizzes. Oh, what's the longest running show in Broadway history? Cats, Phantom of the Opera, Wicked, or Chicago? And the answer, boys and girls, is Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom of the Opera is the longest running Broadway show in history, playing 13,981 performances over 35 years before closing on April 16th, 2023. The Andrew Lloyd Webber musical opened in 1988 at the Majestic Theater. Ain't that a bitch? All righty, boys and girls, one more for you. Which country features a shipwreck on its flag? Would that be Ecuador, Bermuda, the Congo, or Guinea? Boom, 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 boom. Boo doo 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 doo. Ball, ball. And the answer, everybody's getting it right. Well, almost everybody. It would be Bermuda. Adopted in 1910 and updated in 1999, the flag is a British red ensign flag, a shield showing the Sea Venture, a 1609 shipwreck that led to the island's settlement. The badge depicts a red lion holding the shield, which features the, excuse me, sorry, I'm never prepared to actually read these things, ship crashing against rocks. All right, we'll do another one. Okay, one more. How many countries are in the world? Would that be 112, 195, 248, or 87? Do 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 boom boom. And the answer is 195. There are generally considered to be 195 countries in the world. This total includes 193 member states of the United Nations, otherwise known as the UN, and two non member observer states, the Holy See, otherwise known as Vatican City, and Palestine. I don't know, no, 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 no. I don't know, no, no, no. Ah, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. All right, we're gonna close that down now. Uh, you learned something new? Here, I'll give you something else to learn tonight. Bones heal, pain is temporary, and chicks dig scars. The way you live the way you live proves that you are fine with Trump being president? Elaborate, please, John. I'm dying to hear this now. Please elaborate. Melania Trump Epstein speech sparks major questions. Well, she was trying to get ahead of a story. You know, I got 3 scars to be fair, all surgical. Well, look at you. That's good. How big was the what? Wait, how big was the largest tornado ever recorded? The 2013 El Reno, Oklahoma tornado at 2.6 miles wide. Wow. You are not angry enough on Trump. What do you want me to do? Okay, you keep saying I'm good with being president, but I'm not. So what is it that you want me to do? You want me to yell and scream into my phone every day instead of speak logically? Is that what is it that you'd like me to do, Manu John? Everybody, I want to have this conversation with Manu John for a moment. What specifically do you want me to do? Thoughts on circumcision? I mean, I'm circumcised, my kid's circumcised, so I mean, obviously I'm not against it. How would you know what level of anger anyone has, John? Well, no, I mean, he knows, right? He must know. I want you to go up against him. In what manner, Manu John? Stop talking in generalizations. What specifically do you want me to do? I speak out against the motherfucker 25 times a day. What do you want me to do? Chris already took care of that. I'm dying to hear what specifically John thinks I should be doing. Is this the guy that wanted me to shit on the sidewalk in front of Trump Tower? He wanted me to go to jail. That's what is this the guy, the genius? Kangaroos can't hop backwards. That's an interesting tidbit. Organize protest against him. So I need to organize the protests. Why don't you organize them? I don't think that protests work. Protests don't enact change. I don't believe that they do. If they did, you would see change every time millions of people poured into the streets. They make people feel good. They make people feel like they're part of something. They let people know that they're not alone. They let people know that there are millions of people that think like them. But why the fuck do I got to organize your protest? You can't do it. Then what will make happen change? You mean what will make change happen? Voting. Like I've said in 12,000 videos, voting, not protest voting, not sitting out elections, not writing in candidates that don't have a chance to win, not voting for third party candidates that don't have a chance to win, but voting. Voting for the Democratic candidate to stop the fascism that is the Republican Party. That's the one power that you have. You can go protest. That's fine. I have nothing against protest. I support everybody's right to protest. I love those No Kings protests. I see a lot of camaraderie and community there, but it's not going to result in change. It doesn't matter if 50 million of you pour into the fucking streets. He doesn't give a shit, nor do the Republicans. They don't fucking care. Voting is the only thing that matters to them. Do they have your vote? Or can they convince you to write in somebody else or stay home because this Democratic candidate doesn't align with you 100%? That's what should be done. No, we didn't all vote against him. No, we didn't all vote against him. Millions of far left voters stayed home in 2024. I'm sorry, you're not going to get away with that bullshit lie here, John. We didn't all vote against him. If we did, he wouldn't be fucking president. Millions of people stayed home. And in 2016, I can give you the fucking numbers again on how we got Donald Trump. Bernie supporters in 3 key states. That's how. You want me to do something? I want you to vote for the actual Democratic nominee. You want to blame me? I voted for the only candidate that had a chance to beat him. Not the Libertarian, not the Green Party, not the Independent, the Democrat. Exactly. Kamala Harris didn't pass the far left purity test. And then they want to blame the people that actually voted for Kamala Harris and say, you're to blame for Trump. Fuck that. You ain't getting away with that shit here. No one passes purity tests. Nobody. I didn't say voting was broken. Voting is the only power that we have. Here's what's not going to enact change. Here's what's not going to enact change: assassinating healthcare CEOs on the streets, burning warehouses. Let's jump over to the MAGA side, shooting up FBI offices. None of this shit is going to enact change. None of it. Burning down or abortion clinics or shooting abortion doctors. None of those things will ever enact change. Okay, if you're going to come in here and make this bullshit argument that my vote didn't go to who I actually voted for as a reason why you can make yourself feel better for whatever the fuck it is you did on election day, I'm sorry, I'm not having it. It's bullshit. You're stretching. You're fucking reaching. You know exactly why we have Donald Trump because far left voters wanted Kamala Harris to pass a purity test. Here, we'll fucking pull the numbers up again from 2016. I've pulled them up a million times. I'll pull them up for you again. It's great for fucking content. I'll be able to cut this fucking video up and do this again. Come on. Load up, you son bitch. All right. Here we go. 2016, the year that this whole fucking shitstorm started. Listen very carefully to these numbers. The numbers I'm going to give you are the people that actually voted for Bernie Sanders in the primary, physically voted for Bernie Sanders. And instead of voting for Hillary in the general, or instead of even writing Bernie Sanders in, physically switched their vote to Donald Trump, voted for Bernie in the primary, Trump in the general. In Wisconsin, that number was 51,000. Hillary Clinton lost Wisconsin by 22,000 votes. In Michigan, that number was 49,000. She lost Michigan by 10,000 votes. And in Pennsylvania, that number was 116,000. She lost Pennsylvania by 44,000. That means if just half of the people that voted for Bernie in the primary, but then voted for Trump in the general, had voted for the Democratic nominee, Hillary Clinton, we never have a Trump presidency. Ever. It doesn't happen. It's a rumor. We don't get a 6-3 conservative Supreme Court. Roe doesn't fall. We don't get the tariff wars. We might have actual competent leadership during a COVID pandemic. We never, and you probably don't ever have a Joe Biden presidency because Hillary runs for reelection in 2020. If half of the people in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania that voted for Bernie Sanders in the primary and got so pissed off that he didn't win that they changed their vote to Trump in the general, if half of them voted for Hillary, none of this happens. None of it. Those are the real fucking numbers. And then we had record numbers pull out for show up for Joe Biden. And then when it came time for Kamala Harris, it's like everybody on the far left forgot what the fuck happened in 2016. And they were like, no, we got to teach the Democratic Party a lesson. Our guy didn't get the nomination. We're going to sit this one out. Well, you taught him a lesson. You happy with the lesson that's being learned? I'm not saying you, I'm talking, unless you're part of that group. Those are the numbers. That's why we have Donald Trump as president, period. Period. Did the Democrats have never had a primary since 2012? What? I voted for Hillary, and I believe she was part of the group that should be used as a test subject the way you use animals. Nicholas Y. We hog campaigning against Dems. Is David Hogg campaigning against Democrats right now? Make voting mandatory. See, I don't believe in that either. You can't punish somebody for not wanting to vote. Everybody should want to vote. It should be made as easy as humanly possible. It should be made a federal holiday. You should be able to get the day off without question. We should be able to make it as easy as humanly possible, but you can't punish people for not doing it. She didn't run a great campaign. I don't disagree with that. But at the end of the day, not running a great campaign is a reason not to vote for Hillary Clinton and allow Donald Trump to get in. It's not. You know what I mean? It's not. Google is lying to me then. Simple Google says a 5-gallon peak. What? People should see who other people voted for. What are you talking about, Toxic? Did somebody suggest that? I must have missed it. Yeah. What's happening here is going to be a lesson for our own country in the future. This is going to be talked about in the history books until the end of fucking time in this country. What we're living through right now is history. Make it open voting. What do you mean? Make it so that I know who you voted for and you know who I voted for? Is that what you're saying? No, that's not how it should work. I have no problem telling you who I voted for, obviously, but there are people that want privacy. There are women that vote for their best interest in a relationship where if their husband found out who they voted for, they'd probably get knocked around that night. Absolutely not should I know who everybody voted for. You know how fucking bad people are going to not vote if they think that somebody in their life is going to know who they voted for. There are millions of women that vote against their husband's vote. I can never get behind that. Never. Yeah, people would literally get hurt. I'm stupid. Elaborate, Captain. Watch you all the time, brother. Give us the history of the guitar hanging on the wall. Take time off from the orange man. Uh, Nobody beat their wife for voting for Trump. Oh my God. You stupid motherfucker. Do you listen to anything or is your head permanently? I'll talk about the guitar in one moment. Is your head permanently affixed in your colon? I said, if some men found out that their women, their wives, the women in their lives voted against their interest, there could be some consequences. Learn to listen, you stupid motherfucker. The guitar is a D'Angelico semi hollow body. It has the Grateful Dead red, white, and blue paint job, and of course, the Grateful Dead 13-point bolt, which is seen in the Steal Your Face logo right here. They don't make them anymore, but they're not so rare that you can't find them. They typically run about 2 grand, 1,500, 2 grand. This particular one, this is a music tribute wall, one of two. There's one in front of me as well. These are just the acts that I listen to the most. And to bring a musical element, I had an acoustic, cheap acoustic guitar hanging here. This bad boy fell into the lap of the gentleman who owns the local music shop. It's the shop where you can buy instruments, get instruments repaired, take musical lessons. Plus, he's in a handful of bands. He's a great guy. My daughter and son took lessons there. My daughter worked for him. Just a great guy. This landed in his lap in September of 2020. And he called me and said, "Hey, before I put this out for sale, do you want to buy it?" And I said, Listen, I'd love to have it, but I don't know how to play. And that really belongs to somebody who knows how to play." And I turned him down. He then called my wife and said, "Hey, are we sure he doesn't want this?" And she went, "Yeah, I'm buying it." And she bought it behind my back and she stuck it underneath my daughter's bed. And we opened all of our presents on Christmas Day 2020. And I was in the process of cleaning up the wrapping paper and breaking down the boxes like a father does. And she comes around the corner with this in its case and said, "Oh, by the way, here, I knew you wanted this." And it's been hanging on this wall right there since December 25th, 2020. Yes, that is Mr. Burns. I won him at our local carnival. And this is the Rasta banana. I won him at our local carnival. And I think somebody sent me, no, I think I won the taco and somebody sent me the marijuana leaf with sunglasses. Yes. Any hoodles. That's the story on the guitar. Probably going to be buried with it, would be my guess. I'm looking to have a setup at a minimum, if I'm going to be put into the ground and I'm going to have a headstone. I saw a headstone that has a bench attached to it, like made out of the headstone, the granite, whatever. I would love that, so somebody could sit down and have a smoke, burn one. What I'd really love are those mini mausoleums. You see those mini houses where you put your loved ones in them and they've got their name carved on them and people can go inside. Would love it if somebody could come inside, just sit down and burn one every now and again. Um, don't know if either of those are going to come to fruition. We'll see. We've got our will or our sorry, our trust and all of that set up. So all everything is covered and it's going to go where it needs to go. I would still like to be able to plan and pay for our final, um, you know, the funeral, the plots, all of that shit ahead of time. Do I ever smoke from a hookah? Jesus Christ, not for like 35 years. Why do conservatives say Orange Man bad? Well, okay, that went by fucking quick. Orange Man bad to mock liberals when Orange Man actually is bad. Well, because I mean, they don't understand it. You know what I mean? I thought that was illegal to talk about who you voted for. I'm sure it is in Australia. Oh no, it's not illegal to talk about who you voted for. Um, in some instances, in some states, it's illegal to take a picture of your ballot. You can't take a picture of your ballot and post it. Talking about BJ Thomas from the Bulls, he was the shit. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to give me just a couple of minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back. Sorry, boys and girls. I had to feed the cats and use the lavatory. The sky was angry that day, my friends. Who is this man? Who am I? Are you asking who I am, Yorker? Take your meds. What is this? Dab time? I like turtles. Tom, did you know that Jimi Hendrix played the guitar upside down? The goat. This is the imposter Tom, BJ Thomas, raindrop. Jesus Christ, this shit's all over the fucking place. And my favorite color is blue. And I wipe front to back. Take my meds is on a Saturday. Conley just knows, or my wife is in here and said something, but she knows what time it is. Am I a Beatles fan? Yes, sir. Yeah, it's like having a kid pepper you with questions. "I like peanut butter. Do you swim? What's your favorite dinosaur?" Does front to back matter for dudes? I don't know. All I know is based on where my wife puts her mouth, I'm sure she it would matter to her. I'm just saying. I'm a considerate lover. This motherfucker just say considerate lover? Yes, he did. Oh, look, we've got the trolls, boys and girls. Look, we've got the trolls, the people with no fucking lives. Oh God, what absolute scumbag idiots. Oh, Conley's always on top of blocking those assholes, and I was helping out along with it as well. Yeah, we're just not going to let them say the things that they want to say in the chat. That's all. Oh, to be 12 again. What was that? That was a rush of trolls. So it's God knows how many people, but they're all linked in together and they have these multiple accounts and you block one and they jump to the other one and they do it until they burn through all of their accounts, but they just try to say horrific things one letter at a time to troll the live. And the mods do a fantastic job. And I had a mod that used to be around a lot, and I was trying to get her information so I could send her some stuff. I sent Conley some stuff, and I got to send some other people some stuff. I sent my friend who does all my investigative research some stuff. I got to send people stuff in batches. You know what I mean? Exactly, Chris. Did you guys try that yet, Conley? Mods are good. Yes, they are. Please don't encourage them. Okay, I thought there was something wrong with the live stream. Nope, just trolls. That you'll get them from time to time. Then another batch will come around, and it'll be 10 or 12 accounts that'll try to do that. Go smoke some weed or drink a cocktail and chill for them. Yes, that's what they need to do. Go clean your personal litter box, MAGA. What are you doing for 420? I don't like do a party or anything like that. I just go about my normal life. Give it a tip to the hat, an acknowledgement that it's the day, you know. But no, nothing special. Discount shopping? Yeah, there's gonna be some sales maybe. Yes, toxic. I'm sure that that Nigerian prince is totally legit. He's gonna drop you like $7 million if you can just get him $2,500 worth of Target gift cards and get him the numbers today. And like a picture, she was laying there, moonlight dancing off her hair. She woke up and took me by the hand. She's gonna love me in my Chevy van, and that's all right with me. I don't know who the trolls are. They just come in different uh, anonymous accounts every Tuesday at 7 Central. Survival techniques include 420 for me at least. You sing very nicely. Nah, not really. Just I've had yacht rock stuck in my head, and so some trolls or bots. Yes, give the Nigerian prince $5,000 in Coles cash. Exactly, and then he's going to send you 7 million. How long? See right there, we got another one. How long do I wait to do the first mow post winter? Your lawn will tell you that when your lawn needs to be mowed. This lawn here has been mowed 5 times, 4 or 5 times already. But it's also on the every 3-day process right now because we're heavy into the rains. What is a bot? Somebody want to explain to Alicia what a bot is? I always stumble over a solid explanation of what it is. Long grass is pretty too. It can be. Your lawn doesn't tell you anything, but it says plenty our lawn slash snow to our lawn slash snow removal company. Why would a bot spout racist garbage? Because bots are designed in some instances to take your lives down, to ruin your channel. You can have, you mean gardens in your front yard? You can do that. I saw signs with no mow month in their yard. Never heard of such a thing. Neither have I. No mow for what? April? May? Software program to mess with comment sections. Yep, it happens. No mow November. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to continue to maintain my property the way I have maintained properties for 3 fucking decades. I'm gonna mow it when it needs to be mowed. I'm gonna fertilize it when it should be fertilized. Every now and again, it's going to get a little bit of an aeration, and it will never get a dethatching. People might cut back on the amount of times they mow their lawn, given gas prices. Absolutely, and it's going to affect the prices of the landscape companies that go out and do lawn mowing services. Oh yeah, the bots take names all the time, man. Over on TikTok, there are like 3 dozen different fake Tom Powell Jr. accounts. Yeah, bots, trolls, it's all the same thing. Bots do troll work, but bots are usually automated. You've got a room that has fucking thousands of phones that are plugged into something, and they're feeding orders into all these different phones at once, so that when they send bot accounts to attack your live comments, they're doing it with a bunch of them, three, four, five, six bot accounts at one time. Yes, Joe Rogan is a hypocritical bucket of liquefied rhinoceros shit. Pickles are crunchy and bots don't eat them. What the hell does that even mean? Hello, Void. Used to emulate them on servers, but using devices. It's Skynet. Yes, the machines are becoming aware, and we're all going to find ourselves in a post apocalyptic hellscape in a matter of days. They're going to launch the missiles against us to take out their enemies, and we're gonna be powerless. We're gonna be powerless against them. That's how that shit's gonna fall. Listen, I'm 54. I've led a good life. It's my kids and grandkids I'm going to feel sorry for, but oof. There was a time in my life that I could have been down for a post-apocalyptic hellscape, but yeah, it's really not in the cards right now. Aren't rhinoceros shits already liquid? You have never seen a rhinoceros shit. It is actually, it's more of a tubular state, but it's not liquid. Asking Google if it's Skynet yields funny results. Wombats shit cubes. That is correct. Wombats are the only animals on the planet that shit cubes. Am I retired? I'm retired from the job I did for 26 years, but I work doing content creation now. I do full time content creation now. I was retired from 2018 up until like 2 years ago. Hippopotamus is a different type of feces. A rhinoceros is it's a solid tube of shit. Do I think that the peace talks will restart? Who the fuck knows? You think anybody's trusting this administration right now? You honestly think that there's a nation out there that's like, you know what? If Trump says it, I can believe it, other than Bibi Netanyahu. And I don't even think he believes it. Is there a way to turn off AI on Google from giving you those AI suggestions? I don't know. I'm sure there is, but I don't know. Yes, hippos when they shit, they run their tiny little fan tail back and forth, and they throw that shit everywhere. One simply does not turn off AI, says Toxic Tom. Ever heard of Graham Parsons? Yes. Trump has no idea what he just said at any given time. Exactly. I think hippos shit liquid spray. Wow, this conversation has taken a turn, hasn't it? Here's another one I learned. Not only, not only is Texas Roadhouse rolls butter not butter, it's not butter at all. Not only is that not butter, but those ice cream drumstick cones, you either get plain vanilla or there's a line of chocolate or a line of caramel down the middle. Sometimes there's nuts, sometimes there's a cookie crunch. That's not ice cream. That's not ice cream. Why do you left always try to divide? We don't know how he would go crazy like that. Oh, fuck you. Get fucked. We didn't know he would go crazy like this. Yeah, you did. You didn't care. And now you want to distance yourself from him. Fuck you. You own all this shit. We would talk about deer pebbles. Yes, we have not talked about deer pebbles yet. I can't believe it's not butter. Exactly. It's a fucking it's like a concentrated fat spread flavored whatever the fuck it is thing. But you can like fucking microwave those ice cream cones and they don't fucking melt. And that's scary as shit. What are they? So the drumsticks with the line of chocolate or the line of cone, it's like a shortening lard flavored mixture that they whip just right and flavor just right. But it's not ice cream. It's not ice cream. I am not shitting you. When you leave this live, look it up on YouTube. I'm not shitting you. You can light a Pringles potato chip on fire. Well, see, they can't technically call those potato chips because they're not potato chips. They mash potatoes, and then they press the mashed potatoes together into those forms and then bake them. So they can't legally call it a chip because it's not a chip. Yes, drumsticks are technically a highly whipped non-dairy substance. Oh, we could talk about either one. Trump, Ben and Jerry's, anything in between. Yeah, it's like crisps or something like that. Somebody else just said it as well. This is the best content for food prep. Soylent Green is people. Yes, don't forget that. Chicago hot dogs are the best. Okay, see, I don't I like a hot dog, but I'm not a huge hot dog person. And if I'm gonna have a hot dog, I definitely don't want it the way Chicago hot dogs are done. And we're gonna wrap up here in just a couple minutes because I gotta go spend more time with my dog and put my feet up and do the nighttime stuff. You know what I mean? Um, so I didn't realize what time it was. My apologies. I've never eaten at Five Guys. But listen, guys, please go watch all of the content. Buy yourself some T-shirts. Buy yourself a couple of copies of my books. Yes, I have written two books. All of this is available in the link in my bio. The links in my bio. Get yourself some T-shirts. Get yourself some hoodies. Get some books. Um, Become a member if you feel like financially supporting the page in some way, shape, or form. All right. Thank you guys very much for stopping by. Make sure you watch all of the content. That's the best way that you can help me out. And I will talk to you guys soon. Hasta lasagna. Don't get any